Hi, everybody.
I'm Veronica.
I'm Brianna.
And I'm Sarah.
And my name is Becca Kohl. I will be giving the speech today. I will be telling you guys about the day that my niece coded in the hospital. Nieces are children that we love like our own, help raise them, and hold on to as long as possible. When that is taken away, life feels broken forever. December 20th, 2018 was the worst day, or at least I thought it was. You think you are living a life that is awful and always are wishing and wanting to change things, but imagine losing something you never thought would be possible. A child is supposed to have so much life left to live. They aren't supposed to die young. Unfortunately, you can't do anything or change anything about a horrific loss of a child. How do you handle grief, or more specifically, the horrific loss of a child? My family and I just recently experienced the loss of my 5-year-old niece, and it was a devastating, heart-wrenching, and unimaginable experience. Today I'm going to share with you the story of when my niece coded and how my family and I recovered from the situation. December 20th was a Thursday. Me and my sister were at work. We're aunts of Vivian, who is 5 years old, who passed away. We got the phone call and had to leave work immediately. It was devastating. We dropped. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to think. We had no clue if she was still alive or anything. All we knew what to do was to try to remain calm, remain positive, and pray and hope that there was actually going to be a miracle to happen. We knew that at the end of the day, we had to be there for our sister, the mother of the 5-year-old. It becomes a process of overthinking and wondering why people go through so much pain, and just the thought of why. You want to be okay, but at times it feels like life is pointless and just so unfair. We have to realize that no matter what, you have to stay strong for one another in hopes that there could be a chance or there could be a miracle. In our situation, unfortunately, there was not. She was put on an ECMO machine to help control her heart and make her lungs and heart work, but obviously only while on the machine. She was taken off the machine because of this thing called heparin, which caused brain bleed. And actually, her heart was working and her lungs were working, but we figured out that she might possibly be brain dead. This came to the thought that we might have to, unfortunately, say goodbye. But we still had hopes and stayed strong for one another, so that way we could see if maybe there was still a chance. We still had hope. After the long few nights of deciding and seeing what we were going to do and calling all the family, we realized that on December 23rd, 2018, 2 days before Christmas, we were going to have to say our final goodbyes to our precious little girl. It was the most devastating thing to come to terms with it, and obviously dealing with the aftermath of the situation was horrific. You never know if someone's having a bad day or if your sister's going to go crazy without her little girl, because it's not easy to just lose somebody, especially your child. They always say that a child is the hardest loss. And I can honestly say that it was, and to see my nephew experience it was awful. I could never imagine to lose a sister, and I could never imagine to lose a niece, which unfortunately you can't change the things that happen. But no matter what, you have to realize that you have to stay strong, because there is still so much to hope and look forward to, because there's other people in life that matter, and you can only be hopeful that maybe one day you'll be reunited one day. As I finish up, you can probably see how tough this situation can cause a lot of heartache at the least. But now you can kind of see what my situation was like after my niece coded and everything went downhill drastically. It all happened so fast. And just like that, things can change. It happens fast and you don't ever know what to do or think, because you were always wishing things would change and you can't do anything about it. One thing I've realized is that I'm thankful for all the friends and family that I have in my life that came together to support and be there for everyone, and made sure that we stayed strong and that there was still hope at the end of the day, even through the toughest situation. One thing I've learned is to always say I love you, and to remember that no matter what, there will always be somebody there, and you always have to have each other's back. I can say now that I will always love and miss my niece, but at the end of the day, things happen for a reason, and we may not understand why, but we have to realize that it's going to happen if it happens, and we just have to go to the people that are there for us. I want to thank you guys for listening to my speech about the day that my niece coded in the hospital. Thank you.
Ready?
I'm Brittany.
I'm Veronica.
Brianna.
I'm Sarah.